Welcome to an interview with Camille Kenzie, owner of Euston Lane Football Club. Today we'll be talking about his journey to becoming a football club owner and what his future holds with the club. So Camille, where did the idea start to build up your own football club at 18? Where did it come about, bro?
Well, to be honest, I've always aspired to be a footballer myself. But, as I grew older, I came to the hard conclusion that, it wasn't going to be possible. So I thought to myself, what would be the next best thing? And I did come to the conclusion that starting a football club on my own, helping others realize their dream, or even just helping out the morale in my community would be a good idea. So that's the reason I came up with it.
But was there anyone you sort of took inspiration off, whether that be a current owner or somebody that just inspired you and gave you this idea to just, push forward with it?
For a long time, I've been watching the Dorking Wanderers documentary
Oh yeah.
by Mark White, and I heard the story of how he took his team from a local pub club, and in the space of 20, 25 years, he's taken them to National League, which is professional football. So, I mean, semi-professional, something like that.
Mm.
But it has given me a lot of inspiration because he's done it from nothing. Just started it with his mates. He spoke about how the first thing he needed to do was put a rope around the pitch.
Yeah.
So you see that, and then now he has his own stadium. So that's just incredible.
So is that the aim for you then, to do sort of go his route and
Yeah, to be honest, it's a long process, and I'm willing to stick with it, however long it takes. But the end goal is to become a semi-professional or a professional team,
mm.
however long it takes.
So you talk about wanting to like help out young people, etc. How important is like your community, Camden, in like your club's goals and sort of helping out your local community with your club?
Well, Camden has been known for its knife crime, actually. So it's at the moment, the community is not. There's nothing really to be happy about. Everyone's on edge because of the knife crime. There's a lot of gang activity there, and it does originate from the youth mostly. So I'm hoping that in starting this football club, giving the youth a chance to, focus on football rather than just be on the street around the wrong types of people, the wrong types of areas, maybe to get them involved in a football club, will help them grow personally, get their mind off other things, and overall just try and reduce knife crime. And there's other clubs in the area that are doing the same thing.
Mm.
So I think that's a great idea.
But how do you go about sort of marketing your club to those people? Because obviously they'll have other things going on. And how do you think that you can make your club, Euston Lane, the place to be, whether that be training weekly and playing games? What's so special about your club for those aspiring footballers?
Yeah, so what I think is really interesting is that the other club owners in the area, they're adults, they're 35, 40-year-old men. I'm the 18-year-old. I have friends that I've been involved with, gang activities, that have people who know people that have been involved with that sort of stuff. So, to be honest, I can, in a way relate to how they're feeling because I was born on the same streets as them, raised on the same area as them, and I know how they feel, and I know that when I was a kid, I needed something to take my mind off, a few bad things, and that was football, whether it was training once, twice, 3 times a week, and that really helped me. So I can relate to what they're struggling with, and I can help them by letting them train.
So does it sort of start off with helping the young people solely, or will it always be about building your club up to get to the next level and the next level? Because obviously, Mark White, he didn't keep his friends as players for the whole journey.
Yeah.
So do you think that you'll use the same people around you from the beginning to the end, or do you think that you'll have to upgrade like things in the club, whether that be players and stuff?
Well, obviously at the start, it's gonna have to be people I know because I don't have those types of connections yet. But obviously, as we grow, we'll see how far the club grows. Potentially, if we are good, we can get promoted 3-4 times in the next 6-7 years, which would be incredible. And then obviously with that, the club grows, the team grows, our players grow. But the question you asked was, is our sole focus the youth? Yes and no. It's sort of a joint focus. So focusing on the youth and as growing the club.
Mm.
So yeah.
And I remember you coming up to me and asking about like a National League club like a few months ago that would be easy to purchase. So was it like always your plan to start up a football club, or did you just get inspired to become an owner and you wanted to be an owner?
So yeah, I did ask you that question actually, and to be honest, there's a reason I picked to study international football business, like just football business in general, because I do believe I have a future in on that side of football. And yeah, I did ask you about the National League club, but to be honest, I do realise that's a bit of a stretch, having to purchase
Yeah.
this. I did have a potential investor in mind, but I thought to myself, how better would it be if it was my own club? I can, choose the rules, the regulations. I
Yeah.
start from the ground up. If the club becomes successful, it's because of me and me only,
Yeah.
and obviously all the people that have helped me.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's my club. It just feels more genuine and natural to me.
So just about those people that help you, like, could you talk me through like your sort of support network around the club, or is it just you at the moment?
So yeah, because the club was formed 4 months ago. Right now, it's only my friends and family. My dad does own a business, so I'm gonna use him as a sponsor. I've already put him on
Yeah.
the front of our shirts. So for the moment, it's just the family. But it's, to be honest, it's all about the first game of the season next season. That's when the club fully becomes Euston Lane Football Club. That's when
Mm.
our journey is sort of real to me.
So when they start playing,
Yeah.
basically. Okay, so just I sort of wanted to also talk about like, because I don't know anything about, like, I didn't research anything how to become a football club unless I'm getting it off you. So like, how was the process of sort of starting up your own kit, like you said, getting your own sponsor, like creating the badge even, like how does that work?
Yeah. So yeah, the first thing I did, it was the name. So I looked and looked and looked, and I didn't want to take a football club named after Camden or Kentish Town, which is
Yeah.
my local area, because there was already clubs named that. So I keep looking, and there's no club by the name of Euston, which is literally 5 minutes away from me. That's my local as well.
Yeah.
And I took Euston Lane because it does. Without Euston, I don't know where I'd be. The train station,
Yeah.
it can get me anywhere. It's just local.
Yeah.
It's just another local part of the community. And so that's the name. The name wasn't too hard to think of. The badge, just designed it myself, to be honest. And yeah, the kits. The first thing I did, to be honest, with the club was, after the name and badge was settled, I went onto the government website,
Yeah.
sorry, and I registered the club as an official business, community
Okay.
interest company, which means that we don't make profit. It's only for the interest of the community.
Yeah.
So I had to do all the legal stuff, sort that out, and then I turned my attention to the kits. And now my main attention is registering for the league for the next season. And after that, I think we're good to go. The club will be up and running.
No, that's cool, man. So also, I just want to talk about you personally. So, like, I wanted to hear about yourself. Like, are you sort of that Mark White type of character that will, like, galvanize a whole club and you're like the main figurehead? Or, like, would you ever take like a back step and sort of be like sort of behind the scenes and not be the face of Euston Lane?
Uh, well, most people I know would describe me as, sort of an out there person, but
Yeah.
I obviously, the club is priority for me. So if there is someone better than me, to take the club forward as a manager, I'd be more than happy to step down, because it's the club comes first, then me. Because the first key to, making your project work is to not make it all about you at all, and that's not what I want to do.
Mm.
If there is definitely a better manager or someone that I know has the charisma, for example, if we were to start a series and they'd be a good face for it, I'd be more than happy to step down, just do the behind the scenes and let them do it. But also, then again, if there isn't, I'd be more than happy to, and I genuinely think I do have the capabilities to.
Mm. So just to clarify, you're the gaffer, yeah?
Yeah, for
Oh,
now
no,
I am.
gaffer.
For now I am, yeah.
Okay. So, also, I just wanted to talk about the values and principles of your club. Like, I don't know if you thought about that yet, really, but like, what are maybe 3 things that you want your club to stand for? Like, obviously, you talked about the helping the youth, but are there 3 like key things that the club values the most?
So our motto is Passionis et Ingenis, which is Latin for passion and talent.
Oh, okay.
So the reason I chose those 2 words is because passion for me is really, really key. I've always been passionate when I've played football, when I've watched football. I've always had a deep passion for it. And I think if the players don't show 100% passion, then there's no point even playing for the badge, because passion is the most important thing. And talent is the base, is the foundation, but only hard work can, drive the talent up. So that's why I chose those 2 as our motto, because it's both things that can be worked on. No one has to be perfect to join the club. Anyone can join the club. That's what we stand for. It's inclusivity.
Mm.
And another thing we stand for is just respect, all-round respect to others. We're not here to, be a pain in the arse to the league. We're not here to annoy others. We're here to just play respectful, classy football, and that's why I made our kit, white and gold. I just want us to,
Yeah.
signify a rich cultural club in London, which obviously won nothing yet. I admit that it's been 4 months, but I just genuinely hope that I'm seriously thinking of starting a YouTube series, to document the success of the club, not in a Dorking style, because they done that only 6 years ago when they were already up. Like, this is genuinely a YouTube series from a club from the ground up, from nothing. I've had no support from famous TikTokers,
Yeah.
YouTubers. It's not like #United, who their owner already was a famous YouTuber.
Yeah,
I'm no one. I have nothing. Like, I have nothing in particular about me. So I think it would be interesting to see a club genuinely come from the ground up, from nothing, from the ashes. So yeah.
So would this documentary thing kind of be internal from you or from outside source, like sort of like the Bunches Amateur thing where they get someone else to document
No,
it?
I'd actually like it to be internal. So someone else to document it, as in someone following like me around the camera, going to my meetings, setting up, registering for the league, on matches especially. That's the important thing. But I haven't seen that at all. Like, a club start from nothing, the lowest division in English football, with no support from anyone else. Like, obviously people have tried it. Everyone's set up their own club, but
Yeah.
18 years old, I don't think anyone's done it. I genuinely think that's interesting to someone. Like, people just see a kid starting his own football club.
Yeah.
That would get me intrigued. So I think people would actually watch it.
Yeah. So obviously you talk about being a kid, like you're in your first year like me, or yeah, you're in your first year. So how does one go about doing a uni, like putting uni first and whatever else you have in your life, as well as trying to put 100% effort into owning a football club?
Yeah, well, I've always been taught in my life that balance is key. So, if I just find that right amount to balance my uni work to the side and my club to the side, then I think I can give 100% commitment in both. But what's so brilliant about what I'm studying and, the whole idea of my club is that I'm studying football business, and my club is, a football business. So I can take what I learned from uni and put it into the football and, into my club, which is incredibly helpful.
And just a couple more. What is the reaction of maybe like your family and people, like your closest friends around you, to when you first like told them this was your idea? Like, did you get a lot of like support, or were they kind of apprehensive of your idea?
It was mostly support. A few people were apprehensive, because who am I to start a football club? I've got no experience at all. But, with family, it's family, they'll support you no matter what. And my family did have a positive reaction to me starting a club. They saw I took initiative. I tried to take what I'm learning at uni and put into real life. But I also started it because I'm spending 4 years at UCFB, because I'm obviously taking a foundation here.
Yeah.
But I'm spending 4 years here. Like, it would be incredible to see what I can learn on the side and how I grow my football club at the same time as learning in uni. How I put what I learn into uni into the club, I think. But yeah, my family were very supportive, and a few of my friends were apprehensive. But that's just how it is always.
But as long as your family, like,
yeah, it's family
supporting.
first always.
Yeah. So lastly, what does the future hold for Euston Lane? Like, I want to know like short term and long term. Like,
so short term, I just want to get this the YouTube documentary started as soon as possible. Not necessarily YouTube, just any, like, because I have had experience with TikTok. I've posted a few videos, and I know how sort of the algorithm works. So I could put snippets of our YouTube documentary onto TikTok. I see them doing a bit well, but the YouTube is really priority for me. Obviously the league is priority, but that's mandatory. Like, I have to do that anyway. But the YouTube, if I was to set this up and I see it grow, the club grows with it, which is really important. And the long-term goal, it depends how you classify long-term. How many years would you say?
Like, I'd say 5 years.
I'll try to give you 5
and 10.
5, 10, 20 is what I'll try to
Okay,
give
go
you.
on
So 5 years. Hopefully in 5 years we'll have achieved 2 or 3 promotions, because we'll obviously have a very young team, because it's acquaintances I already have, it's people I already know. So yeah, to be honest, in 5 years, 2, 3 promotions, and I like the YouTube channel. If I do start it, this is solely an idea, but if I was to start it, I like it to be at 5,000, 10,000 subscribers, and because in 5 years that's a very long time, and if I'm consistent with it, it'll be good. 10 years, I want to start making making a few waves. I wanna genuinely be known as the energetic, owner, the young kid. Like, he's 28 and he's already been owning the club for 10 years, like since he was 18. Like, I want, in the underground scene, in just the local scene, like, I want my name to be known, the club's name especially. And 20 years, 25 years, I want to be pushing for National League South, or even the National League, because that would be incredible. But in 25 years, that's definitely not impossible at all. That's only 14, 15 promotions. Like, if we are exceptionally good, we can reach that level, and that would be an absolute dream. If I'm a National League owner and my club's in the National League, then that's my life sorted, to be honest.
No, it was good to hear your story, man. Lastly, just like, where can we find you? Where can we find the club?
So we have Instagram. It's eustonlane.fc, and our website is eustonlanefc.co.uk. So if our applications are actually running on eustonlanefc.co.uk on our website, if you just scroll down a bit. So any young players hearing this podcast, more than welcome to apply. Send over highlight reels of yourself, and we will judge you accordingly.
Alright, thank you. That'll be it. Interview with Camille Kenzie, football club owner of Euston Lane. Done.
Thank you.